Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation. Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Fellow Tarabians, my name is Professor Jerome Nyame, the People's Professor. I want to call on all 168 wards that continuous voters registration is currently going on. I urge you to get your PVC today, your voice and your ticket to participate in shaping our dear states. Get your PVC now, keep it safe, and exercise your rights. Let's make our voice heard. Thank you. I remain the People's Professor, Professor Jerome Nyame.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Good evening, viewers. You're welcome to news at 9 p.m. on Psalm TV. I'm Bridget James, your host, coming to you live from Jalingo. This is the pulse of the nation. Stay in touch with us on Facebook at Psalm TV and follow our live stream on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. Here are the major headlines. President of the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, Professor Umar Ped, urges media professionals to embrace digital transformation and upgrade skills to meet global standards. Senate confirms Professor Joash Ojo Amopitan as INEC chairman after screening and unanimous approval. Defense headquarters blames soldiers' allowance delay on banking glitches, clears field commanders of wrongdoing. International news. Yemen's Yohiza confirmed death of military chief in Israeli strike amidst fragile Gaza ceasefire. Business news. Nestle to cut 16,000 jobs globally under the new CEO Philips Navrathil's restructuring plan. On entertainment, disqualified Baby Niger housemate Faith Adewale breaks silence, vows to rebuild career after eviction. Sport news. NFF suspend 3 referees for poor officiating in NPFL matches, vows to uphold integrity. And now the news in full. The president of the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, Professor Umar Pate, has urged journalists and media professionals to embrace digital transformation and upgrade their skills to meet global standards in modern broadcasting. He made the call during an interactive section with broadcasters in Yola, emphasizing innovation and technology-driven practice. Our correspondent, Ojoma Yusuf, has the details.
The national president of Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, Professor Umar Pate, has called on Nigerian journalists and media workers to enhance their professional practice amidst rapid technological advancements in the broadcasting industry. Speaking at a roundtable discussion with SNB members in Yola at the NUJ Secretariat, Pate emphasized the need for innovation in broadcasting by the practitioners.
So people are daily coming up with newer ways of how they can develop better content. And now with AI, it's far more challenging. How can they also be sure that they are not disadvantaged with the coming of AI? Because with AI, you produce all the contents and some people somewhere sit down and harvest what you have produced and present it to the receiver and make the money, leaving you out.
The Adamawa State NUJ chairman, Abdullahi Ibrahim, pointed that the visit of the SNB president is timely, as journalists should upgrade their technological skills.
The meeting is all about how to bring some innovation in reshaping the media industry by instilling professionalism and ethical values, as well as come up with measures to address some issues affecting media industry here in the country.
The SNB state chairman, Baba Saidu, appreciates the president for the visit, stating that broadcasters' minds has been shaping and the visit is a timely one.
And he wants to carry all members of SNB along. And he has briefed us about the incoming National Conference 2025 of the SNB. And he has also gone into the professional aspect of journalism. He has briefed us. He has briefed us on so many issues. Thank God we have achieved a lot.
The national president particularly tasked media executives to be inclined to technological revolution that will significantly shape the dimension of broadcasting into modern appeal. Ojoma Yusuf, Som TV News, Yola.
Remains of late Pastor Olayinka Ola Adegoke, JP, have been laid to rest in his hometown, Ogbomoso, Oyo State, after a life dedicated to the service of God and humanity. The Christian wake and funeral service took place at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Celebration Sanctuary, Ogbomoso, where family members, friends, church leaders, and well-wishers gathered to honor the late clergyman. Emotions ran high as tributes poured in, describing Pastor Adegoke as a man of faith, humility, and unwavering commitment to the gospel. Our correspondent Silas Godsgive-Walu has the details.
It was a moment of reflection and thanksgiving as friends, relatives, and members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God gathered at Celebration Sanctuary in Ogbomosho to bid farewell to lead Pastor Olayinka Ola Adejoke JP. Speakers after speakers described Pastor Adejoke as a humble servant of God, a mentor, and a man whose life was anchored on faith, love, and service to humanity. We take solace in the fact that he lived a faithful life and left behind a strong legacy of faith, a church leader said. The funeral service featured heartfelt hymns, prayers, and tribute before his remains were committed to the earth at his residence in Ogbomosho. Pastor Adejoke is survived by his wife, children, grandchildren, siblings, and members of his church family who continue to honor his memory. It is evident that late Pastor Olayinka Adejoke's legacy of faith and devotion will continue to inspire many within and beyond his community.
And I'm here because of my friend Gabriel Olayinka. I'm here to stand by him as a friend from Taraba State because we all know the impact that he has done in our state. His establishment, his businesses have impacted a lot of young people, and I'm one of those that believe in him and have been supporting him even in time of challenges like this. So death is something that will meet all of us, and it is in death that we wish to know who are with us and who will console us, pray for us. It is during death that everybody is looking for prayer. So I find it that since I am opportune to come, let me just come. There are many that I couldn't go, but at least this one, since I'm opportune to come, let me come and stand with the family. And it has been a blessing to be here, listening to the sermon, listening to people talk about the man of God. It encourages me a lot, and I want to thank God that we have completed the process. We are almost completing the process, just for him to go to the grave right now. So I pray that God will take everybody that comes to this event back home safely.
From Ogbomosho in Oyo State, I am Silas reporting for Som TV.
The new INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amopitan, has pledged to conduct a comprehensive audit of the commission, focusing on logistics used during the 2023 general election. During his Senate screening, Amopitan unveiled a reform agenda that includes setting up an ethics committee, introducing a whistleblower policy, and enforcing transparency through technology such as drones for election logistics. He vowed to strengthen trusts, ethical conduct, and security while pushing for the establishment of an Electoral Offences Commission. Amopitan also promised improved voter education, financial accountability, and legislative clarification on result transmission to enhance credibility in future elections. Afterwards, the Senate on Thursday confirmed Professor Joash Ojo Amopitan as the sixth substantive chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. His confirmation followed a screening section by lawmakers during a committee of the whole President Bola Tinubu, which had earlier submitted Amopitan's name to the Senate for consideration. After the Council of Senate unanimously approved his nomination. During the screening, senators commended Amopitan's depth and experience before asking him to take a bow. Senate President Godswill Akpabio, after a voice vote, announced the chamber's approval, declaring Amopitan officially confirmed as INEC chairman. The Defense Headquarters has attributed delays in paying ration cash allowance to deployed soldiers to banking system issues. Clearing a military commanders of responsibility, Major General Magnus Kanye, Director of Defense Media Operations, explained during a Thursday briefing that some soldiers in operations Fansan Yama and White Stroke had not received payment since August 2025. Kanye described claim blaming field commanders as false narratives aimed at undermining troops' morals. He compared the delay to a family situation where banking glitches prevent timely transfers, stressing that all allowances will eventually be paid and that such delay are minor and systemic, not intentional. The Zamfara State chapter of the All Progressive Congress has praised Comrade Anas Abdullahi Kaura, former advisor on urban and regional planning to ex-Governor Bello Matawalle, for his welfare initiative to party members. At an event in Kaura, local government area, witnessed by state party officials, Kaura donated 5 cars, motorcycles, sewing and grinding machines, plot of lands and 30 million naira in cash to empower locals. He also laid the foundation for an Islamia school. State APC leaders, including Chairman Honorable Tukur Umar Damfulani, commended Kaura's generosity and urged other well-to-do members to emulate his contributions. The federal government and the European Union have launched a €40 million education and youth empowerment program in northwest Nigeria to reduce out-of-school children, strengthen teachers' capacity, and promote youth skills, targeting Jigawa, Kano, and Sokoto State. The program will be overseen by a national steering committee chaired by Education Minister Dr. Tunji Alausa. EU team leader Laila Ben Amo Matthew said it is the EU's first stand-alone education project in Nigeria, implemented through UNICEF, Plant International, and the partners. The initiative aimed to improve access, quality, and inclusive as insecurity and poverty fuel the region's education crisis. The Rivers State Executive Council has revoked a 134 billion naira contract awarded to China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation during the tenure of former sole administrator Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas retired for the reconstructions of State Secretariat Complex in Port Harcourt. The council ordered CCECC to refund the 20 billion naira mobilization fee already paid. Chaired by Governor Siminalai Fubra, the meeting also formed a 6-member committee led by Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odu to identify sites for computer-based test centers and address flood control measures across the state, reaffirming transparency and accountability in governance. Security operatives in Kogi State on Thursday raided a suspected bandit camp located on the outskirts of Alherin Bunu community in Kaba Bunu local government area, arresting 2 suspects. Acting on intelligence report, a joint task force comprising the military, police, and vigilante, led by the State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara, retired, stormed the hideout and set it ablaze. Omodara said the 2 suspects, earlier injured in gun battle, they were receiving local treatment from fake medical personnel who were also apprehended. He disclosed that Governor Ahmed Ododo ordered the demolition of any facility used to shelter or treat criminals, vowing that the state will no longer tolerate bandit activity in any form. The federal government has dismissed allegations of substandard work on the ongoing reconstructions of the Ore-Ondo-Akure Expressway during an inspection visit. The Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahir, represented by the Federal Controller of Works in Ondo State, Engineer Olajide Hussein, he says the project complies with the International Engineering Standard. He clarified that lighter wire mesh on the road's shoulders serve different structural functions from the heavily reinforced main carriageway. Umahir explained that the 86.43-kilometer single carriageway project, handled by CBC Nigeria Limited at 134 billion naira is designed for safety, durability, and efficient traffic management. The Nigeria Hydrological Service Agency has issued a warning about possible flooding in Kogi, Anambra, Delta State due to a rising water level along the Niger and Benue rivers. The agency also identified Benue, Adamawa, Niger, and Bayelsa as high-risk states. According to its Director General, Umar Mohammed, a recent assessment revealed contaminations of shallow wells from flood water. The intrusion and prompting calls for inter-agency collaborations to ensure safe water supply in affected areas. It disclosed that NIHSA is developing a 5-year strategic plan to strengthen early warning system, enhance field operation, and promote data-driven flood management in line with the federal government's Renewed Hope agenda. Residents in flood-prone communities were urged to stay alert, move to higher grounds, and comply with safety advisories, and heavy rainfall persists. The federal government has commenced the 2025 personnel audit and skill gap analysis to create a comprehensive workforce profile for the civil service. The initiative, led by Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, aimed to identify existing and emerging skill gap in key areas such as ICT, project management, and public finance. Head of Service Dr. Didi Wilson Jack said the project will enhance recruitment, training, and deployment processes while improving efficiency through digital human resources system. She noted that PASGA is part of the ongoing civil service strategy and implementation plan 2021 to 2025, focused on innovation, accountability, and talent optimization. Wilson Jack urged full cooperation from ministries and agencies, describing the exercise as a reform tool to build a data-driven, merit-based, and future-ready public service. The federal government and the European Union have launched a €40 million education and youth empowerment program in northwest Nigeria to address out-of-school children, enhance teacher training, and promote youth skill development in Jigawa, Kano, and Sokoto State, chaired by Education Minister Dr. Tunji Lausa. The steering committee will ensure proper coordination and accountability. EU Representative Lila Ben Amo said it is the EU's first stand-alone education intervention in Nigeria, implementing through UNICEF and partners. The initiative targets improved literacy, safe learning, and inclusivity, especially in Northwest. The Senate on Thursday suspended debate on a bill seeking to repeal the Electoral Act 2022 and enact a new Electoral Act 2025 to allow more consultation. Senate leaders Opeyemi Bamidele, APC Ekiti, moved the motion, seconded by Minority Leader Abba Moro, PDP Benue, sponsored Senator Simon Lalong, APC Plateau. The said bill proposes comprehensive electoral reform, including INEC independence, electronic result transmission, continuous voter registration, and stricter timeline for primaries. He noted that flaws in the 2022 Act, such as funding delays and voters register dispute, necessitate deeper review, and the senators will reconvene after wider stakeholders' engagement. The Indian High Commissioner designates to Nigeria, Ambassador Abhishek Singh, on Thursday marked the International Day of the Girl Child at the Government Girls Secondary School, Duse, Abuja, where he distributed gift items to about 2,000 students. Singh urged the girls to pursue education boldly, describing them as the future leaders of society. Highlighting India's commitment to women's empowerment, he referred the Beti Bachao Beti Baho Initiative, and India's History of Female Leadership. Signed reaffirms India's strong diplomatic and business ties with Nigeria, while education officials thanked the Indian High Commission and partner companies for supporting girls' education and empowerment. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has been re-elected as president of the Network of Anti-Corruption Institutions in West Africa. His re-election, announced at the 7th Annual General Assembly in Abuja, followed a consensus by ECOWAS members state in recognition of his leadership in combating transnational financial crimes. A communique from the meeting urged states to adopt ECOWAS guidelines on broadliness, investigations, and assets recovery. The Assembly commended President Bola Tinubu for his support and reaffirms commitment to regional anti-corruption protocols and enhanced collaboration with CSOs, youths, and the media. Senator Friday Benson Koboye, representing Bayelsa Central, has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. His defection was announced on Thursday after Senate President Godswill Akpabio read his letter at the close of plenary. Kombore cited persistent international crisis within the PDP as his reasons for leaving, stating that the divisions had made it impossible to contribute meaningfully to national development. His move strengthened the APC's presence in the South-South region as the ruling party continues to attract new members ahead of upcoming political realignments. Foreign investors have renewed confidence in Nigeria's economy following reform assurance at the Nigerian Investor Forum held during the 2025 World Bank and IMF meeting in Washington, D.C. The CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso reaffirmed the government's commitment to fiscal stability, policy alignment, and sustainable growth. A statement from the Finance Ministry noted that Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Doris Ozoka Anid, joined the delegation that highlighted improved foreign reserves, a stable forex market, and economic diversification effort. Officials projected steady growth driven by infrastructure investment, sound microeconomic policies, and digital transformation, positioning Nigeria for stronger global investor confidence and long-term development. The Nigerian Medical Association has held the Federal High Court in Abuja that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, is medically fit to stand trials. The medical panel, set up by NMA President, submitted its report on October 13th, confirming that Kanu's alignment is not life-threatening. Justice James Omotosho, relying on the findings, ruled that the defendant's trial should proceed and approved the Department of State Service medical facility for the treatment. The court also granted Kanu lawyer permission to hold a private consultation with him on October 22nd, ahead of his defense beginning October 23rd. The federal government has launched a comprehensive personnel audit and a skill gap analysis across the civil service to strengthen efficiency, accountability, and workforce planning. The initiative, tagged the Personnel Audit and Skills Gap Analysis project, is spearheaded by the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of Federation, Head of Service Dr. Didi Wilson Jack. He said the project aimed to establish a digitalized, data-driven system for recruitment, training, and deployment decisions. She described it as a milestone under the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plans 2021 to 2025. The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Dr. Richard Montgomery, has reinstated the United Kingdom's commitment to strengthening Nigerians' democracy through peaceful and credible election. Speaking during the two-day visit to Anambra State ahead of the November 8, 2025 governorship election, Dr. Montgomery met with Governor Charles Soludo, electoral officials, and political stakeholders to discuss security, voter participation, and transparency. He emphasized that the UK's engagement focuses on the integrity of the electoral process rather than partisan interest, urging all voters to exercise restraint and embrace peace for the advancement of democracy. Stay tuned. Some of the most exciting stories are just around the corner. After this brief commercial break, every update is one you won't want to miss. Please don't go away.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast, and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do you do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Welcome back. We're glad you're still here with us. On the international news, Yemen's Yohi movement says its chief of staff, Mohammed Abdul Karim al-Gamari, has been killed while fulfilling his duties, with Israel claiming responsibility for the strike. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz confirmed the attack, saying it targeted senior Houthi leadership. The death comes amid a fragile U.S.-backed ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. Yohi leader Abdel Malik al-Houthi praised al-Gami's role and vowing continued resistance. The group warned Israel would receive its deterrent punishment, underscoring regional tension as Israeli strike on Yemen's intensify. On business news, Nestle new Chief Executive Officer Philips Navratil has announced plans to cut 16,000 jobs globally by 2027 as part of a cost-saving and restructuring drive. The layoff, representing about 5.8% of the company's 277,000 workforce, aim to save 3 billion Swiss francs and $3.77 billion. Navratil, who replaced Laurent Freixe following a leadership shake-up, says the move targets improved efficiency amidst rising costs and investor pressure. The maker of Kit Kat, Nespresso, and Maggi reported stronger than expected third quarter sales, with Navratil pledging to build a high-performance culture and restore growth momentum in the world's largest packaged food company. On entertainment news, disqualified Big Brother Naija Season 10 housemate Faith Adewale has spoken publicly for the first time since his removal from the show on October 2nd, 2025. In a 4-minute YouTube video, the 2025-old doctor revealed he took a 5 million naira loan to fund his participation after receiving an audition text on March 5th. Reflecting on his turbulent journey, Faith admitted the mistake that led to his disqualification, but expressed gratitude to fans across Africa for their support. He said the experience has renewed his drive to create, inspire, and pursue new opportunities beyond the BB Naija stage. Sport news. The Nigerian Football Federation, through its Referee Development Committee, has suspended 3 referees over poor officiating in recent Nigerian Premier Football League matches. The affected officials, Mohammed B. Tuta, Ben Jaffet, and Ikechukwu Taiwo, they were placed on indefinite suspension, pending retraining. Tuta and Jaffet were faulted for controversial call during the Kano Pillars versus Shooting Stars clash, while Taiwo awarded an unjustified penalty in the Nasarawa United Rangers fixture. The committee reaffirms its resolve to uphold professionalism and integrity in Nigerian refereeing and warning that any official compromising match standards will face disciplinary sanction. That wraps up today's news broadcast. I remain Bridget James. Thank you for joining us. Do have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast, and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.